Well, it took me today's practice, man. I was pissed off for about 2 days, so today's practice allowed me to flush that out of my system and just get back to playing football. We're preparing for the Bears, and we got to get over that last week's loss. And a good way to do that is to come out and play really hard and practice really hard during the week and get better.
Is 2 days a long time for you to hang on to a game like that?
I would say so. I let things go pretty easy, not easily, but I'll get over it. But that one, just stuck around with me for a bit.
Yeah, I mean, if you're worried about that game, you're not going to win this game, And so this is we know we have to get better, and that's the beauty of it, and that's where our guys' focus is. Yeah, it stings anytime you lose, man. For a competitor, you can't stand it. I know I can't, or anybody else. Does it stay with you? Absolutely, but you move on from it, and hopefully there's something about that loss that you can take from it and actually improve. And we mentioned the timeout. Well, okay, it's clear now that our players know that there's that on the sideline you're not going to call a timeout or whatever. That, and again, that's Sheldon makes an honest mistake, but we know now, and there's other things. Out of like 16 times we're running off the field substituting against a no-huddle offense, which is hard to do. We have one, albeit not participating, but over the line or whatever. Well, it just shows that, when we say something, sprint off, then you got to be sprinting. Now, it wasn't like Damon wasn't trying to get off. He certainly was. But those are things that we knew going in would be challenges. And we had 15 out of the 16 substitution things. Again, that one was costly for us. Obviously, it ended up being intercepted, so it ends up looking like a major thing, and it was. And there's other things, like I look in that game. A couple other challenges we gave our guys. We challenged going into Lambeau Field. We knew their home opener, it was going to be a loud place and a tough place to play. And it certainly was. We had a silent count 100% of our calls on offense. So, in the week before, we had some false starts. So we challenged our offensive line in particular. It was an unbelievable game. I mean, 0 penalties. And that's hard to do, especially in a stadium like that, an environment like that. So I was happy with that. I was happy with the D-line, the offside things, knowing that Rodgers was going to use the cadence and all that. Didn't know he'd pull out on one. I think we got called offsides on that. But for the most part, no offside penalties and no false starts. I thought was a good start as well. But is there other things in that game that we need to learn from? There absolutely is, and that's what we focus on with our team. Also mentioning that, hey, look, we did do these things well, but we need to keep going.